Anyway, I came here, send me 2016, anyway. Obi di agro radio so. Merry Christmas and come my year for near her for you na. A brand house so mine betterness, a betterness, no. Not to say the medical can you be Casafa, Catasana Proya home. And yen ye bet to my year, Sadabaya, your best you quine. Yabunu and Sansama would I yet in 2024 na. Chief Crusader Asri. I said, why are you asking this question? We still have to ask. Me bado but answer me bado so Chief Crusader to say ya o dwuma de yiso no ye chesika ye mesika wo mensaka promo yiso and 1000 na ye ma no opanyin bia ye fro no kwabena wodi kanya ne de o se kwam sabira me kase me nam kwa so me kodwom akoto ntade e de ama me masere ya wo so betima di bronya ni bi eti ni otoso me enu a ne nsa be kasika no ye be ye draw no so de nsaka *274# MTN so Vodafone so yeni sisi e ma me serbe ya wonso nsa beka sika na ye chicha no pay wodwumade so ya bokwan na to ama Ghana for the share miensa. So you are going to be the second person ye di sika no e ba be ma kwabena try we try 50 and when you 1000 minim de we twa any expectation eti bogum sisi e yanko ti afidie no so na ye nane mum ye sane mum sisi e mensa kanini *274#. Naka me transfer be Vodafone. MTN number ni ye wow number ni ye 0543 090 ... And the way Chief Crusader he's tempted to ask na. And now so we will be a good year Catasha the Proyenti. Mammy Chim. Yet I and son said, ye perceive a bone ya cono, the number who buying. Na and conform them and by a yanoma de. I don't see a bone number. My idea. Where a crochet, a crochet, my idea. 1000 never down your conophone. So, see a yana, ya never told our manosona, yaneno. Akasa no ache said the energy no esite ba yenyanwie aka last person ono so benya 1000 etimene wa mesane agum abra any Chief Crusader kasa na me ba hono ma said the esite na fei yetimi aye draw no ansa na dwumade no aba na wieye example na asisi wo my Ghana ha ne nyina afa ketasese ene proye ho benra de na be hwim no ho ama ese afem pa. Even though Jumakui Ababontin Abacase is Zambia fourth estate at the Batujano and Yano Creno. Adia Bako Muntimi and deny ye. The fundamental issue are now bino and it to the one as for him. So Mafa said Jumakui so as a war my Ghana Sika somewhere around 3 million Ghana cedis, right? Chief Crusader, yes. 3 million Ghana cedis. Now, may I show Chief Crusader what the Enkomoye cheap. And as a ensemiachi. When you boss for the first time, no, wakwa yo bia wudi ketasene proye ensemechino. Elements of such say ketasene proye ensembi wom.
Meda samamincha with you for near your phone. Na menkasi me who this information. In fact, Kransa nebe to Jano. I was fortunate to get a hint of it.
Okay.
Manasi enemy di hum komokakra. Kransa na eba betuja. Intina may share what exactly it would be like. Details Nibeto Janon. I wasn't so much surprised. Now, me surprised because say who follow corruption issues in this country. You get to that realization. Say,
Chief Crusader, Mamin Chano Kaka, with you. Yako Manosuna, Abrantia, Yedini Brunia, and I say, I get taste here, and then Casa. But so your bar now, it's going to be a surprise to me. Hello, morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
And yeah, Bema, Misaka. Tell it the way you make happy, dear. Hey! Misaka. Now, why not Meneka say?
I've called my winner.
Onyaga.
Yes, sir.
Now, we are no Casa free here.
Dowenya.
Sikano say na beto phone so.
Oh, Manyata Ghana City, flat.
Generation for Casa. What do you Casa Trade? Feeling it to say.
More, Philly. On a power, more, too much.
Let us one brim pow.
Serious to one.
Which I say?
Which are 55.
Which are 55 cities?
Yes, sir.
And at the end, 1,000.
1,000 flats.
Nasika, what the quiet catch me?
Tell again.
Sikano, what the quiet? What are you using the money for?
Sikano. I'm too much. I'm too happy. I don't know what I'm going to say.
You don't know what to say.
We're feeling it more.
Feeling it more. Nasikano Fankoma, Yere.
Sikano. Karuni, yeah, baby, and Akoranya Manu.
And Korano Mano.
Yeah, Akoranya Manu. I don't know. Right now, it's like I'm in the heaven.
I can imagine was all heaven. But there's a Coswana tonight. Also, I remember one mama why. No, when you're Donya, all the way in Donya, 1,000 Ghana cities. I bet that the phone, so was it? It's like I'm in heaven. Was it I will do Donya? Eja was saying.
Yes.
And it goes to tell you, say, Sika why a ding for my Ghana. Sika why a ding.
Ghana, the average person, Uninishia, na sebe Oman Atenase describe, so do better was no.
That's right.
Akwakwa say, and clearly, economy has been messed up. Yempo, it has been messed up. Inti people are living just hand to mouth. Indeed, hand to mouth is difficult for some people. Akwakwa say they live per the moment. Ghana, the average person lives per the moment. Obi no obeka se me plane ochina na ochinechi.
Eti ekoba se campaign bi ya fa no se won be ye adwuma e wo Ghana di mu na ye etua ye de Ghana sika etua ne ka. Wa bra wonye se adwuma na
for no work.
Let dey na kire.
But you see, and I make say I'm not so surprised because I follow corruption issues across Ghana, especially under the current government, Ekufuado Baumia government now. I am very clear say Omo Abaino, just an Abaya focus no is to engage in corruption. This is Abaya deliberately Omutumi creating judgment debts so that they will share among themselves. Where ye Abaya Sebi, Ombetumi catch you say, look, why ye Juma say Yamayen? I say Abayin to our this amount. Ye be sheda e default ye default to a fayenko court. Now charge this amount of money. Or charge this amount of money. Court no be grant, or more grant to anwa mayen ye share. That is the kind of government he experiences this year. Into this contract, no, just one of so many contracts a year of such nature.
But I'm about to say, no, I mean, ideally, what expectation is in terms of a buying reaction, because there's all and character in Mubia campaigning and penny for no, fight back. Titi what issues Libya, ya raise your form.
But Abain, what then our expect is Abain, because the thing is, the fact. Omuba out no more imagine some more baby defendia. Omuba expose omu the more because omu shade any foundation, but omu need any responses be to say omodema. And that is the reason why ankaye anti-corruption institutions all Ghana. Omu ye up and doing na. Inka this is the time for us to start looking at contracts. Various contracts are taking place under this government. Indeed, se nyame chade na abato ebeto next year. There's a change in government. The number one thing I'm expecting say the new government will do no. And they say you better call into the various contracts. Abaino ede Ghana ko shemu in this past 8 years and 7 years.
Okay, say say we need to say aban we bit my baby on. Oh, because that's what when you actually aban.
No. Aban president Lotiso Nankasa. Ababe kache yen say onim say niema nkoye. And so the next president will come and fix it. I mean, if Obia Otiso, honestly, Ghana, to some extent, we are not angry enough. And I say, you take governance too lightly. Say, idea you take governance seriously, pa. Inka President Ekufuado be na no kaza say me. Inka say impeaching.
Wow.
Just for saying this. Say, Ona Otiso, Only a taxes etuawuka.
That's right.
Oh, convoy out there ko. Utumi take you one car across all the carry wakonja atinaso. Udi move be bia utumi a charter flight cry edinam ewiem free. All we need you to do is to think outside the box for us. Now one messing up the economy to this extent. Now our citizens bisa say, look, Oman Penyin nye me mwa ye ding. Then away. You have over a year now to move off.
Yeah.
Now the best response I demand say, oh, wow, him say nye me mwa ye ding. Then so GD said the next president, you know, ebeba be fixed.
So on the back of this, even if yet TBB say, oh, OSP arch petition, obey wura SML case yimwa. Yen kanche who say inclusive.
Now the press OSP. This is not the first time we receive a petition. OSP office we receive so many petitions. Indeed, petitions we receive, you know, say out of 20 petitions, what is say OSP kaba kwana min huasema. It is just because and no what public domain. The majority of petitions are OSP receiving. He doesn't do anything about it. Indeed, he doesn't even acknowledge it. Not to talk of doing something about it. So what to say? And this SML at the me sure say OSP be can wasem. Obewa be can wasem because when we say a topical in the public space. Or no, he follows the sentiments of the public.
Oh, Samuel.
That's what the OSP does.
When you challenge.
Oh, he follow what kind of challenge?
So I be catch.
Then in a challenge.
See a bubu na pre. I mean, what the call say ni bia. Na why
any more they call hono. Na men sure the procedural errors are on one or committee. You don't go to court expecting say you see court in buasem based on sentiments. No. Court in buasem based on emotions. No. Court decided say another court decided a case. It is on two grounds. Question of facts. Question of law. So when your facts when your law no matter how good your case is, court no ebebu asem nego. Mama, typical example. This is Cecilia Dwaboase me. Na yenimu say in brand new ankasa OSP Act na ankasa. Emma utumi say ubetumi akwakosi freezy obi ade.
That's right. Ne japade.
Ne japade for the purposes of investigation. But after freezing, you have a maximum of 14 days to go to court. Na konako je to me fi court on mo. To hold the things. Are very clear? Or acting. Now what na 14 days a trim. 14 days trim, no. Cecilia Dwaboase the lawyers, who the lapses. And they call court. No, they call court now court say ampa we boom brasso into finding my back manner. Duke tell the court say court never frustrated. Look at the case of La Bianca. Any what's the name? Damwani Ninyaba.
That's right. In fact, over to the slides now to touch one. Now, yenshwe cases now. What they are better to abonteno. Now, yenina some fendi and come on say 2024 no. Ketazane proyensem say ebedi etia kodru wana. Bakuwe was a disruption of counterfeit foreign currency manufacturing network. OSP has disrupted a syndicate involved in the production of substantial amount of counterfeited foreign currencies. Seizures were made in two warehouses located in Accra and Tema, where a substantial amount of counterfeited $40 million was discovered, concealed and still in steel trunks. Why be? Anna?
Oh, why be?
Yeah.
Say, Papa said the all king no cry. Why be? That is, Papa said the all cano no cry. Why be?
I don't need.
Mrs. say, Papa said the all cano no cry. Why be? But you see, in fighting corruption, the American say, we don't fight corruption in the public space. Corruption and your emotions and you're fighting corruption. And yet populists and you're fighting corruption. They're fighting corruption and your facts. Look, some person who say you're fighting corruption. There's something your friend or you know about Bejiatum say and only your yastic.
Okay.
Corruption Perception Index.
Yeah.
And only a yastic over the past years. In the year 2020, Corruption Perception Index I bet 2020 under this government. Ebeto Ojano, ye ranking 43. 2021, ye ranking 43. 2022, ye ranking 43. 2023 there is yet to come, maybe somewhere early next year. 3 consecutive years, 43, 43, 43. What does it tell us? Does it tell you that we are doing well?
Wow.
Secondly, and this is even the worst part, SAR 43, under the Eswal administration, Ira Mahama administration.
That's right.
The worst performance.
One
year throughout the years as president, the worst performance position was 43. That was the worst performance, 43. Yet under this government, we have OSP. Under this government, OSP, 3 consecutive years. The worst performance of the Eswal administration in Crawford presented say the most corrupt, the worst performance. That is the best performance of this government, current government.
Wow.
And the worst is and yes, it is just the best for just 1 year in pool. 3 consecutive years. And the question is simple. Say me uwahi na ye mao resources be at so the fight udi ye juma. Now for the past 3 years, ujina baby ujina na. Say me na me your boss, should I be happy?
Definitely not. But my question is also say, sa cases ya may dream say catastrophe project dos one. Cases are ye court. Ye bua say ampa catastrophe project. And now assembly ba yesusu say catastrophe project bon.
Both. Say ye define corruption perception plays a key role. Perception. Second one, in Brown, say the all kind, the Beko court. Look, countries are the most corrupt countries. Go and find out how many cases near their court. Handful pay. But the way and manner you who say the laws are not working. And when they created that perception, it is a Ghana higher perception, very higher. It just tells us, say, your laws, you need to do.
Wow.
It just tells us, Ghana, dear, you can break things and then you can still go scot-free. And honestly, that's the kind of country you build this is here. So, country, na ene, we are citizen, me a citizen. Na me form embra, also form embra. Na omwa ti someone enforce embra no. Omuba, Kwame efum embra, the same embra. You man always in so form the same embra. Na minwe ba obechi ye tu no ohwehwe mu no say they be Kwame de your politician and Kwame de ninwe bi wa aben mu enti ye nja no na onko na ima no wo sen de ye hold no. You create the perception say there's no transparency.
I don't know ekoso
aben mu.
Wow.
And no need dia ekoso aben.
Na bi wa wo anokro ya nso be ka say me de ba keta zeno proya me di ho dwuma.
Wana
Anokro ya yese ni dwumadie no ebo amanfo ho ban no sa anokro ya
anoben emu de hin na
the president of the Republic of Ghana
Kwame Minkah be been sure
only was said dance die no de ya dwuma
into na dance die ne de. This is a president any time you be any issue of corruption beba na ebeto ne nima first thing o ye ne say obe refer am a special prosecutor. And sana later a year referral and be do special prosecutor no aka say asema me dey come special prosecutor me ogidie pan say the one involved no you innocent. But that shouldn't influence the Who told you that? Only my the as a court not as some court we don't discuss it outside, especially the parties involved, because you can influence your perception outside influence it.
But I judge for me neutral. A judge for more judge be what is said judge be about Bejina Bonting a discuss the issue of court. Debbie. Indeed, lawyers crampo. What is a lawyers simple on your party to the case crampo? What is as assembly or court now we discuss here? You are even careful what you say. True. It is just because we don't want your utterances to influence it. Not to talk of a whole certain president or no appoint a special prosecutor. But some because are Any say show be ana.
You see.
Star 274 hash. Yes, ring ya now dial it. Yeah, kagum now dial it. Star 274 hash. Chief Crusader.
Look, any breast samo.
Any
breast because you see,
more fire.
The way and manner this country no econo, we are speedily collapsing the country.
Well,
this is a precedent, and one of the key example of corruption. They be America, nepotism. Ebusuanchemfa. Under this Fourth Republic, or the young Kwechiri, Third, Second, First Republic, or the young this Fourth Republic are here practicing the longest constitutional ruler yenya so far. The most corrupt president in terms of nepotism. They got themselves involved. Because why? The president into the follower who is the Baumia also decided to do same. The most corrupt. And it's a president Nankas and the foundation based on corruption. Do you expect say Obenya Kukodron or chastising of the appointees? Look, Yempo, the last administration. Anye ye crown puni who say or prosecute on one appointees.
That's right.
To the extent that Bako Kra was allowed to go to prison. Is it Abuga Pele?
That's right, Abuga Pele.
What the BBs under this government? So, fighting corruption, you must use examples to deter others. Then any example. Just one, just one, or back a beam, one example in line with fighting corruption. A bit magazine. Hey, President, why you say, we have to say, me careful.
I said,
just one thing.
And confer one
abemu. Wow. The best thing is say on one besha that can just say, hey, go on you can't say voluntary resignation, resigning. Now odi asem no o resign ya any new emba osubium asem no ye be no kokasa na ejemu. One person, the first one, started fi ne former 2 deputy chief of staffs.
That's right.
Okasi o GDA say case no enya de be kwa kosi bebia. And so case now go see baby. Why? Because even the inspector Tiwa no handle case no. Onya kukudro afraid the complainant. Catch a complainant and say I didn't a case on my young janto. In other words, I didn't any foolish case because a case a pursue a be affecting the image of the president and the MPP party. Institutional to say a fight to corruption. CID's department. Unya head, you know, and this is what the head was telling the complainants. Citizens we decide they say, oh, Buame fighting corruption. We have some issues or the Abbas CID office, more investigating and fighting corruption. This was what the woman could say. Okay, could do a chain. What happened? Young promote Tiwamu. This is the same person.
Okay, as I'm here working, me, you know, should you be so as I'm for Branson and Mammy Front Way. And to a year, Ebusianim say, and Nayan TSL Lieutenant General J.H. Smith, Adani Bunkunso, Okuba Kaina, former Army Commander, former Minister of Defense, former Ghana's ambassador to the United States of America, Anopeya Anna, Amani Butcher say, Odani, the Bunkunso Yarekakra. Na Manyanity say a year funeral arrangement, no, or when the Babe to Enchebia, Ambassador Victor Smith. And the day the same way.
That's
right. Now you know so Mensaka promo no eguswa ekoso star 274 hash. In the next 10 minutes, you be last and final draw. Yeni Chief Crusader against corruption.
That's right.
And waha yedin komo.
It be bia koso. Very well.
Transparency.
Yeah. And honestly speaking, this is a manner. Say, oh, engaging in corruption, and oh, buano not engaging in corruption.
Yeah.
Or promote two more. Look at that kind of letter or Chodima Sicilia Dapa, Embra Sicilia Dapa, Eddie letter man so I resign. Literally, it can be defined as a love letter. Medofopa. Mojidi pa say, oh dear, in some more Moki King and Kosi Bibia, Mojidi Womu say, Bibia Bekotene. And no wonder the special prosecutor is rather frustrating the process. Maka. So many times. Me, I have predicted 2 things. Embra, Professor, what's the name? Frimpong Boateng. Ni case by
yeah.
Mekaye, and it is on public record. Say enkonko si bebia. Say wahanmo. Good. The same thing I have predicted. Say the special prosecutor a year in line with Cecilia Dapa case. A deliberate. Say of course we say ma amansa mo bian expect anything good. A
deliberate awaya ma. Just obia abemu nkofo aba bonte gra e de omo say tenetene so say one office one NDC fo bu ho omo mbom na frustrate abai no.
Masa that one send this for who send this for no send people for who send people for who they me hear a result. The issue is me say Cecilia Dapa case no the way a special prosecutor is going about it no I see it to be deliberate because mintia say adikrontia a whole lawyer with such a background in terms of law obey to me in making all these avoidable mistakes or frustrating process no now at the end of the day oh in Cecilia Dapa case cry ya bremo ya bre yenja ho no ne yanko enye ha ne won na ye freeze obi account later beto just say sika na ewo ma ye freeze ye no odipa ko na is scanning na efim you get a practical thing.
Yeah.
This is the country we find ourselves in. But why? Even under this government and Kasa, and they be make us look, oh, the Yenja promises are all making. Now you're holding on by on promises of make here in the manifesto. 2016 manifesto, 2020 manifesto, I didn't buy them. What study these two manifestos now? Already 13 anti-corruption policies also about being implemented. 13 anti-corruption policies also being implemented. Me forward the document analysis me forward the amount later. 13, which included 13, it included setting up the office of the special prosecutor and some few others. Out of the 13, how many years on?
7, 8 years.
7, 8 years on.
Yeah.
We've only been able to implement 3 out of the 13. Can he tell me, say he's committed to the fight against corruption?
10 I can away.
Bisabiem.
Wow.
Can he tell me, say he's committed to the fight against corruption?
It's a generation that tell me the bit mercy 2024.
You see,
2024,
the mean said there's going to be a lot of corruption. One, in the area of vote buying and selling.
Okay.
About to 2024 about now district election about and then almost an option. Look, Andrechi. Some places I may send it, some of my colleagues go here. Some go here, go find out. District election. In Cry, one of the places I call here. Aspirant was giving 4,000 to conform.
District assembly election.
And elections are here too.
4,000.
That's the question.
What 4,000?
4,000.
Hey, are Sani akono wa be.
Me say 4,000.
O wa be mu.
Nyame penenim. 4,000. So the thing is, as we go into 2024, no, corruption ebe back out because in line with vote buying and selling, it's going to be worse. And unfortunately, the law enforcers in normal admit say through almost action in action, almost admit say about vote buying and selling, and ya don't bet me who be it has empowered people.
So if I
they were engaged in it.
So if I understand, a bare revelation, but no action.
No action.
To say the Manase has already
that's all.
Now so they need the now so the now Kwame they need the
nothing.
Wow.
And then the next thing is in line with this shady contract.
SML.
A lot will be coming. A lot. And that is why sometimes I get so disappointed in your parliament.
Yeah.
Me say the most disappointing parliament in this Fourth Republic is this parliament.
Oh, but now we no buy no SML the no buy no.
I don't know what he's saying.
Don't come on the better about to say.
You need the China koyeden. Look, the best golden opportunity anyamide maye this hang parliament. Anka we should have used this parliament to transform all the weaknesses in the system. I'll be surprised, said the next election, you bring another hang parliament. I'm expecting, said there will be an overwhelming majority.
Yeah.
That I see. There will be an overwhelming majority on one side. But this hang parliament, say, this is the best opportunity
to make history.
And so what has happened? And yet this hang parliament, we mona abayi ya allow na mana bo Ghana so much. And yet this hang parliament and are paying in terms of debt to GDP. It has escalated.
But then also born the why because yet is a dom kumaneko. But yet is a dom kesian so tin. And at your damn 15 now could make a difference. No, one also our count dom kesian.
And bra yenya sa kwenya e-levy. Na dom kuma no munkra vote for parliament. We could have ensured say e-levy wouldn't have taken place. At the end of the day, because he's saying. At the end of the day, because that time no, now say one person was very sick. I know Nihonumo. Adjua was not there. They were short of some people. Now minority had upper hand. Because he's saying. Enti kasa ni de ba ye de ni die chi yes and then it goes off.
But in this case, open so many day. So omo de omo ni die chi. But say yes na person omo kan.
No. It is good. I mean, what else? Omo de omo ni die chi. Omo for omo ni die chi. But you see, there are so many shady contracts of this nature. They have their to me to call for contracts. Omo train Emma Manasi in your investigation. Momun train Emma Imano was in your investigation. Momun train Ma Anas and Kwame and anyone in your investigation. Omo crasa to me no. Why are they not even liaising? Simple, omunisa knowledge, in doing these things. Why are they not liaising with people like us? I bet me to give them information so they can expose and work on with it. The best I bet me any exposure. It says they expose any me. You expose you are what. But don't come on almost to me no. To ensure, say, some contracts are even abrogated. Okay. Some contracts are amended. They have the power to do that. Why are they not doing that? I say Nancy Amete, Speaker, lamenting about the Special Prosecutors Act. I can say act, act cry in Dimu Papa. It doesn't make the Special Prosecutor independent. And I'm like, so that what will happen?
Okay.
More parliament and move to me. And Brian passes our way. No. You were the second vice. If say now Nkwana na Ghana. O make a comment about it and you were strong about it. In Kaye Nanke better. Because Embra ye passes our way. No. Some of us raise issues. You can't create the impression say create independent special prosecutor. When at the end of the day, the special prosecutor and it's so the prosecutorial powers from the attorney general. So at the end of the day, on your independence, they fast forward. Young put the funny say you can't say more pass or pass area. How many years on ye? Why is it that Parliament hasn't called for an amendment of it? Aden, I know call for amendment. Speaker, all cast or cast, I say, you didn't find say, all cast at time, no, now own your speaker. She's so cry to me. So I saw you number 3.
Yeah.
Into no cry the most powerful, the third powerful person.
Yeah.
Yampo, or NDC for who Parliament. So Numpo as a speaker, and on to me initiated. Why can't he call the leadership of the NDC and tell them say, look, Moon put this as an agenda. You're making sure say about amende. We said. Point I mean making is say enough with the talking. Ghanaians we talk a lot, especially Omomukra to me. And no wonder ministers near idea it is say ye taxes it to think outside the box. Niama coding and no mumu abonte to be lamenting, almost lamenting to us. Yeah, your Nam Street is so. I ain't cry to me, Biano. They come and lament on us. So that what will happen?
Remember the last word about Bedanza and no, my mention you will say a bit my fana, a media will be a nano payer because Chief Crusader, yeah, lamentation be anywhere so say Sikeni amount for Sikeni amount for and yeah, Lamentation chapter 44 verse 38 start to 74 hash Mr. Moda Mensaka promo Egusua ye dia hyehyɛ so a mehwɛ ni mu sɛ ye betima hwɛ sɛ ye last draw no ye betima ya come sima be num na dwumadie no aba na wie ye many Chief Crusader wa ha ye bobo ketase ne proye e won sem ne ye betima ye one year what to the new 2024
a west 2024 a west and I see say oh ya nhwe ni year the kind of corruption ebe cost to 2024 no ebema after 2024 no recovery of the economy
ebedin
wow very dim pa ebedin and I mean the misro pa the kind of shady contractor ebe take place from now to the end of 2024 because a lot of appointees, even the president, a lot of them. But why
the better
you see, so that's what I'm saying. Say the checks and balances as we have it now. First, parliament. Omuna ye down one. Secondly, aside parliament, no, the other law enforcers, especially institutions.